Welcome everybody back to the show. We're the XoneBros. This is your positive gaming and Xbox community. It's been a big week. Thank you everybody who's joining us here live over on YouTube, youtube.com/XoneBros. It's good to be here. If you're listening in your ear holes later in the week, it's good to be inside your ear holes.
It is. It's pleasurable for us.
It is pleasurable for us. So Xbox dropped a big update this week, and let's just go through it real quick. One of the things that's cool is you can now use the Google Home app as a touch remote control for your Xbox, so that's cool. That's always nice because I lose remotes. Has either of you ever had the Xbox Media remote?
I think I did, and I never used it.
Yeah,
I did on the OG Xbox.
one.
Yeah.
Did you use it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
When we would watch DVDs.
I think I had mine for the Xbox One, the OG Xbox One.
Ooh. Yeah. And you never used it.
And yeah, I was like, why don't I just grab my controller?
Well, I know. I always see it, and I'm like, should I get that?
Yeah, it was one of those things where it's like, yeah.
On the OG one, you actually had to plug in like the
the remote, the IR
remote
reader thing. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So that's a thing. You can also now hide game art when selecting tiles on your Xbox background. So how it works at default on your background is when you select a game like Hogwarts Legacy, the Hogwarts Legacy background comes up behind on your dashboard. If you don't want that, you want to be a little minimalistic.
I like that.
Then you can do that. Yeah.
You know why I like that?
Give it to me.
Because of my number one complaint. I wish Xbox had more dynamic backgrounds that I could use. Not like dynamic, like, oh, it looks like water's dropping on my screen.
Yeah.
No, like the Halo one and stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I wish, I don't know if that's up to Xbox or more the developer, but I really wish like they had a Gears of War one or a Forza one. You know what I mean? Just these cool dynamic backgrounds that are fun.
Yeah. So this makes it the opposite, though.
Because it's removing it from the background.
Yeah. Well, what I'm saying is
basically
I want more customization.
No. What I'm saying is I want mine on because of that. Because there's not a lot of dynamic backgrounds.
Okay. Let me ask you this: just comparing backgrounds, because we know UI, Xbox wins on UI when it comes versus the PlayStation 5. I think.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
You know who wins on backgrounds? PlayStation 5. You know why? Because I put one of the greatest dynamic backgrounds on Mark's PlayStation 3, one? And he didn't even know it until like his 2-year-old nephew came over.
Yeah, The Witcher.
Yeah, the old lady boobs.
Yeah, when you scroll down.
Here I am. I have my family over.
That is good.
My nephews, my nieces. Like I have a big family. They're all here. Oh, you got a PlayStation? Cool. Let's. Okay, you wanted me to show you some games? It pops up.
But what's great?
Then there's this old lady with saggy witch boobs.
It was a water hack. But what's great is PlayStation uses the cross media bar, right? The XMB. So when you first turn on your PlayStation, it's like this beautiful mermaid. It looks kind of like Peter Pan, right?
Yeah.
When you scroll down, it switches to the underwater.
It's switched up.
So no one knows.
And then there's no bars over it. So there's like, it's just like there. And I'm like,
but no, that being said, even though that was hilarious, they have lots of cool dynamic backgrounds. I mean, maybe they don't have as much as I think, but I think they have more than Xbox.
Yeah, well, I have the Halo one on still.
Yeah, I have my Halo one on too. But
so now you can change it if you'd like. The other thing that had some stupid drama, which wasn't even drama. It was clickbait. It was clickbait. Xbox is now the first console to offer carbonware game downloads and updates. Basically, it automatically defaults now to turn off your console instead of on. It's actually pretty genius. What it will do is it reads the carbon in your area, the air quality at the time or whatever, and it will turn on and off your downloads while your console's in rest mode.
Yeah.
Based on the area.
Basically, it's going into energy efficient mode, which essentially all electronics.
So people tried to make videos on it saying that it's woke or whatever. Let me tell you, as the anti-wokest person here, it's not woke.
It's true.
Like this has almost always existed. It's basically just it's honestly, is it cool? It's cool, but it's basically just a marketing thing. It's no big deal. They're not forcing you to do anything. You can turn it off.
You can turn it
off.
The air quality, fun fact, the air quality in South Korea is so bad you can't turn the Xboxes on.
Yeah, so you'd be screwed there. Los Angeles, you'd probably be screwed in LA.
It is so like locked down that you don't even play it.
Yeah, that's
our air quality here, despite...
Actually, it's really good.
Yeah, well, that's what... Okay, so total off topic. Funny story. Yeah. So we grew up near Los Angeles, right? You can't... Like, it's terrible there. The air quality is terrible, right?
Yeah.
I move up here, and I was in Salt Lake City for something, and there was a protest about air quality.
Yeah, same thing. When I first moved here, and I'm thinking like,
I'm all for clean air, but I was kind of like,
I can see the mountains.
yeah, like I was kind of like, guys,
What are we talking about here?
this is a problem in certain parts of the world.
Yes.
But
Let me tell you.
I think we have other issues here.
When I first moved here to college, there was a big protest on the air quality here in Salt Lake City. Guys, if you've never been here, it's pristine.
Yeah, it's
Like, there's
not
literally
Los Angeles.
Yeah,
and that's what I'm comparing
So
it
in
to.
Los Angeles, the San Andreas Mountains, the freaking Mount Sac is right behind us. And
Mount
it's-
Sac. Huh?
Mount San
Yeah,
Antonio.
I ran on that mountain during
It's-
cross country.
It's huge. And if you're in the Inland Empire, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you. It's huge. You are like, see where the mountains are to us? Imagine bigger and just as close, but you can't see them.
Yeah, no, the air quality is like
That's the smog. That's the smog. And so you come up here, you're like, oh yeah, look at the beautiful mountains and trees and
And then I saw the protest, which like I said, good on them. I'm all for clean air quality because I have asthma, so I enjoy the clean air quality.
Yeah.
I like the green dot on the
Amen,
Weather
brother.
Channel, right?
Yeah.
But I was sitting there like,
What are we-
it's one of those things where you kind of like you look around.
What are we
You're like,
what are we talking about?
what is?
Well, it's because it's
interesting.
people that grew up here are like Colorado weak.
Yeah. Also, fun fact: NBA All Star Game is in the old Salt Lake City this weekend.
yeah. NBA,
So
woot.
avoid Salt Lake City. It's freaking crowded. It's ridiculous.
It's a crazy town.
Yeah, I'm not a people person.
The air quality, because I grew up here,
Yeah.
used to be much better until you California.
yeah, with our Hummers and our.
It used to be way better. I just got to put that out
We
there.
brought it up. We brought it up here.
I mean, half of Utah is now Californians, I
No,
think.
honestly, what this is like. That's awesome that it's actually kind of cool technology how it like
is cool technology.
reads the carbon like in your. I assume it just pulls the Weather Channel and and goes from there. But as someone who pays a power bill, that's what I appreciate.
Yeah.
'Cause especially come January, February after you do the Christmas light season. Whew.
Jordan is not only a poor bastard, he's a cheap bastard.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what matters
man.
to Jordan. No, but I just thought
no.
there was people trying to make a big deal out of it, and honestly,
No, it's not a big deal.
It's not a big
yeah,
deal.
it's one of those things like really this is what we're focusing on this week.
yeah, it wasn't.
Go on.
It wasn't a big. I mean, in fairness, good on them trying to get clicks on their channels. Well,
Yeah.
Good on them. Good on them.
the one that I want to talk about is there was the update talks about party chat that basically here it is. Jump back into a party with your friends. Now this is only rolling out to a few people at a time. It's not out to everybody yet, but listen to this. This is straight from the Xbox website. We're experimenting with some different experiences to make it easy to jump back into a party with your friends. As we roll this out, a random subset of users will be able to give it a try. To get started, go to Parties and Chat tab. So you just go to your Parties and Chat tab, then guide down or then click on the Party or Party History button, and you'll see a list of previous parties. You can restart those parties now.
Well, you know what this reminds
So
me of?
super cool. Like
Yeah.
now we don't always have to freaking invite multiple people. You just go in and start the last party you were, because
Well-
you're always gaming with the same group of people usually.
What it reminds me of, and what I think this is gearing towards, and what I think they're probably maybe eventually going to get to, is it reminds me of Discord channels. Like when we play Discord, we all jump into the specific channel, the voice
that's-
channel. You know
that's
what
a
I
good
mean?
point.
It's
Yeah.
it's not obviously it's not the same and it's different, but it's kind of got that vibe to it, right? Where you like we have a party that's always just us three, right? We hop in that party when we game, and then someone else hops in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, cool feature.
Yeah, it's a really good feature. I'm excited to get that.
And
one,
this
though.
is the
that one.
February update.
February update.
Dude, February is turning out to be a big month.
February is smashing it.
Xbox update, Hogwarts Legacy. I'm getting really excited for the new Destiny Beyond or no, Last Light. Yeah.
There was a trailer that dropped today that looks really interesting.
Should I pull it up?
Yeah, let's pull it up. The Settlers. Now it is a Ubisoft game, so buyer beware.
Oh, is this the Settlers? The first.
But it's officially coming to Xbox. Oh, I just
New
saw
allies.
it. Yeah, that's it. And put in fact, if you go to the Xbox channel, I'm pretty sure it's on there. And this just before the show dropped, and so I haven't had a chance to watch it, but I'm curious on this game. And was this on PC first? Because what is this?
I'm looking it up. There's what's this thing called again?
The
Jeez.
Settlers.
The Settlers.
I cannot, for the life of me, find this. I'll find it.
Yeah. But no, I saw it too. It looks fun.
Yeah, it does look fun.
What's it about? Just give me some context here.
It's a single player.
Well, it's Settlers New
game.
Allies, right? Is the full name of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is right there.
Yeah, this is it.
I gotta pull.
Yeah, this is it exactly. So it's coming to console.
Okay.
And here we go.
And I'm excited.
So is it like a SimCity style, or
It's a builder game. Yeah, strategy builder game.
so is there combat?
I don't know. I don't.
I've never
All I
played
know
it.
is
We just saw it this week.
All I know is this appeals
All we
to me.
know is it settles things.
It was an old '90s game to Soul Finder. Civilization says
This looks a lot like
Economics.
it's got the hexagon grid like Civilization.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
All right, I'm down. Wait,
No, yeah.
why are we talking
Oh,
about this?
all
though?
reviews. The
It's-
reviews are mixed.
It's
The
coming
reviews are mixed on it.
on Steam, right?
So,
Well, is
on
that the
Steam.
right one? Because this is Settlers New Allies. I think you're on like. one of the
Oh
older
yeah, I'm on like
Settlers
history
games.
edition.
This looks fantastic.
No, yeah, this is well. I appreciate that more of these games are coming to console. I know people prefer mouse and keyboard with a lot of these games, and rightly so in some of them. But I thought they did an excellent job with like Halo Wars 2. I thought they did a really good job with Age of Empires 2, which, by the way, if you haven't played it yet, really fun on the console. But also, I don't know if this game does, but I appreciate that Xbox is giving you the option of using the keyboard. I'm actually been thinking about getting one of those wireless Razer keyboards so I can play these kinds of games on the console. Because, why not?
Yeah, it comes out in March. Hey, that's my birthday, everybody. I'm very excited.
Are you saying that's what we should get you for your birthday?
Should we get you this for your birthday?
Not if it's on Game Pass.
Yeah, I guess that's
No, that's actually a really good gift.
Game Pass.
That or a hoverboard. You want a hoverboard?
Is it coming on Game Pass? I don't see anything to say that it's coming on Game Pass.
No, probably not until I buy it, and then it will.
Settlers New Allies. Oh, it looks good.
looks
It
really-
It
cool,
looks
though.
really good. It's got that Civilization vibe. I like it.
I like it a lot. Yeah, it's got mixed reviews on. Well, that's not the right version though. Again, it is Ubisoft, so buyer beware.
Buyer beware.
Remember how good Ghost Recon was?
No, actually,
Yeah.
okay, no, you're actually
I've
right.
never played the new one, and I do think that occasionally I'll sit back in my chair and I'll take a look at it, and I'll think to myself, okay, this open world concept I could get down with on this Ghost Recon, and then I think back to the fun that I had on the OG Ghost Recons where it wasn't open world and it was just about sniping.
Well, it was more realistic.
It was
like
being a ghost.
it was like if you ever played like Flashpoint. It was kind of like those games where like it was you had to. There was skill involved, I guess.
Well-
it was pushing towards the realism. I mean, maybe Flashpoint was a little bit more realism than Ghost Recon was, but you're right though. Speaking of Ubisoft, after playing the open world Ghost Recons, I prefer the older style better.
Yeah, I agree. Well, partly also because we had the Division come out around the same time.
Oh, which it was basically the same thing.
it was pretty.
It
much
was an
the
expansion
same-
to the Division that they put a different title on.
You remember the Division
Although I will have to say,
as well when we were excited about it?
when you play with Jordan, you're just plan on not going stealth mode. Jordan will just shoot the guys.
Well, here's the thing. I
Never
feel
seen that.
like,
Yeah.
okay, in a game that gives you the
You
option.
need that sometimes.
Here we go. In a game that gives you the option to go stealth mode or God mode Rambo style. I'm picking God mode Rambo style every day.
Yeah, I know. I've played Payday
No.
with you.
I-
I have played Payday with you, and I get that. I
To
know
not
that's
go
how you
to
play.
not go God mode Rambo style is foolish.
Well,
we have finished the mission in stealth, and we're going to the van in Payday, and David turns around and goes, check this out. And just goes guns blazing,
Yeah,
and
but
we, and we
that's
fail.
honestly that's just me being bored.
Well,
actually-
you can't stealth because
So-
you get so bored.
no, you bring up an extra interesting point.
No, I
'cause
don't think you should have the options. I think you need to be
Well,
all one or the other. I don't
That-
think they should give you the option.
No, actually, I to an extent agree with that. Like, although I think options are great, the new Assassin's Creed, as much fun as I had doing some crazy builds in Valhalla, I would actually enjoy if they went to a like the original one, if they went back to a full stealth style game, right? And yes, punish you for not being stealth. That may not appeal to everybody, but I don't think it's a bad thing
never
for
do
it.
it.
Well,
Yeah.
it's like Hitman.
They-
Hitman is great.
They balance that
because it's
game-
all stealth.
Yeah, that they balance that game to not play stealth at all.
Yeah, the new.
Well,
the
that's
new one.
why the new Assassin's Creed Mirage, they're talking about they want to go back to stealth, right? So I kind of
don't
as
trust
someone
them.
as someone who likes to go in guns blazing, I wouldn't mind like a full stealth game. Like,
but
I don't mind.
The reason is because stealth takes time and it's slow, and if which is great if that's your only option, and you got to be tactical and strategic about it. But when you have that, or you have the option to go in and murder everybody.
Well, yeah, I mean, like you unlock a rocket launcher that shoots 3 missiles, right?
I'm gonna do that all day long.
Airstrike. I
think we just solved the world of gaming.
No,
don't give options.
Game design, no options when it comes to stealth and Rambo.
No, but I think I bet you the statistics show like if they
no
when
one
you
wants
have
to play stealth games.
No, when you have the option to go stealth or not, I bet you the statistics would show that more people don't go stealth.
And isn't that the issue with the new Ghost Recon?
Here's the deal, though.
Wait, pause. Remember,
I'm not saying people don't go stealth because, like, you're always stealth. I know other people that are always stealth. But
here's the problem, though. Okay. They don't fail missions if you go loud.
Well, see, and that's why
the problem.
Yeah.
So you can't play most games. I mean, you'll just fail it. And you'll go, okay, I'll try one more time. You'll fail it again. I'll just kill everybody.
Psychotic in chat summed up my gameplay experience with how that the goes full stealth until I get mad, then guns blazing. It's like it's this guy, and I'll be honest, even in Harry Potter, Hogwarts Legacy, you can do the stealth thing. I've been using it because I actually think it's hilarious to use Petrificus Totalis on people because. Maybe I'm twisted, but there's something funny about a student just murdering people.
Okay, you want to know why I use the invisibility magic?
The kill curse in that game?
Dude. Whoa. Dude, let me tell you. If you have access. Okay, it's not dark magic necessarily.
No, it's dark magic.
Misunderstood magic.
It's ancient.
No.
Dark magic.
No, the actual killing curse. Avada Kedavra or whatever I've
not unlocked that yet.
If you want an OP build,
but I do have my ultimates.
You're rolling a dark wizard. All right, that's
here's the thing.
That's where I'm at in that game right now. It's kind of like, whoa, okay. I get the allure of the dark arts. You know what I mean? Power.
They have cooler spells,
and they always have cooler clothes too.
Can I tell you something?
Ever notice that?
Oh, here before I sidetracked on Hogwarts here. I wanted to say, remember at E3 when we were trialing Ghost Recon, and the dude is trying to walk us through as a designed walkthrough, and it's like his stealth, and I throw a grenade.
He had a vein popping out of his forehead with you, David. He was because he would throw it. He's like, that's fine.
Yeah, you could do that. He's trying to be stealthy.
He's trying to be nice to you.
Listen, don't give me the option.
Well, no, look.
You can go up and knife that guy from behind, or you could toss a grenade and kill everybody.
David, I think that there are stealth games that you would like a lot.
Like the original Assassin's
Creed. Hold on, though. Do you think I'm saying I don't like stealth games?
I think you're saying you're an idiot. No, I like Hitman.
Hitman is fantastic.
Yeah. Have you played the new ones?
I've started it, but I've not finished it. No.
Freaking fantastic. But see, that's a slow pace. You learn where people move.
That's what I'm saying is not that stealth games are bad. I think stealth games are fantastic.
Oh.
I think games that give you the option to do both, the incentive structure is incorrect. The incentive
is to go
It's
loud.
way funner to blow everything up in that scenario because, like you said, they don't punish you. They're not forcing you to be stealth. In games,
not mission failed.
In games where you're forced to be stealth and have to make that decision
because they lean into it.
This is my point. This is why I love the old Ghost Recon games versus the new Ghost Recon games. The new Ghost Recon games, if you're going to give me that option, I'm going guns blazing all day long.
Yeah.
Old Splinter Cell games.
No, that's
only all stealth. That's what made those games fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, and that's what, don't get me wrong. I like having choice in open world, right? Like Red Dead Redemption, you can kind of do some stealthy stuff and then go, right? I like the choice. But
that's cool. But how much fun is it riding up on your horse, whipping out two pistols, and just going to town?
That being said, if the new Assassin's Creed, the Assassin's Creed Mirage, leans full into that stealth, I would appreciate that. I'm not against it.
You can't lean. You have to dive in.
Yeah.
Leaning makes it so it doesn't work.
You have to go full. Yeah,
that's the problem. Too many people are
not
leaning.
Far Cry. You mean Assassin's Creed?
I did say Assassin's Creed.
Oh, did you say Assassin's Creed?
Did I say Far Cry?
I don't know. I see Far Cry.
Oh. Yeah, no, I think he said Assassin's Creed.
Oh, okay.
No, yeah. If you give them the choice, it's just going to be like, eh.
Yeah, that's.
I'll just pull out the bigger sword.
And that's the point. Yeah. And that's exactly like, look at in that Ghost Recon walkthrough with that dude. If it was an all stealth game, I would not have thrown the grenade.
That guy had the look. Basically, everyone.
He looked like he wanted to punch me.
No, like it was.
I defeated him in his job.
We were going around playing games. We were playing the new Ghost Recon, right? And
At the time,
and David's basically. It's supposed to be a stealth mission, and David's just throwing grenades at himself.
I threw it in the. We were in a room.
Yeah, we were in the instruction room, and you just hear like the rolling of a grenade. And you're like,
and the guy's face was like, "I'm out of here in 30 minutes. Like, I just got to stand here and smile."
I think we were the most exciting group he had.
Yeah.
Do you remember when we were okay? I just would like to, and hey, no disrespect to anybody else.
Gears of War,
but we
Gears of War
are gamers.
Yeah, we are.
Because do you remember they were like. We went and played the Gears of War demo, and they're like, okay, yeah, it took us literally like 10 minutes.
And I think it was us and TIE Fighter.
I think it was us and TIE Fighter or something. Yeah. So anyway, but we dominated it, and even the lady were like, "You guys are you're done already."
Because there was a timer.
Yeah,
and there was gas coming out, so we dominated to win.
Your statement would be accurate that we are gamers and we could puff ourselves up, but it's inaccurate because Jordan did not make it through the hand-holding tutorial.
I was testing stuff.
The lady that gave out the shirts was confused that you didn't finish the Forza
That's because
tutorial.
I knew we were doing the show, so I was testing different mechanics. And I think their steering wheel was like uncalibrated.
He says that now. I was there with him. He just failed.
No, yeah, the steering wheel that I was on
he just straight up failed. He turned right when he should have turned left.
Yeah, it was uncalibrated.
Let's take two questions here from the mailbag. Thunderous Quiet wrote in, as well as Forever Ninja, and they both have the same question. Thunderous Quiet says, with PSVR 2 being released in a few days, which I've seen good reviews on it, by the way. Well done to them. In all honesty, I would like to discuss the possibility or impossibility of an Xbox VR. Personally, I'd love VR and would like to play VR on my Xbox. Forever Ninja replied to that comment and said, same, I'm loving my Quest, but would love to see console quality graphics in a VR game. My laptop is a decent laptop, but not decent enough to handle VR. Would be amazing to walk around any of the vehicles in Forza and admire the attention to detail. So Can I say what I think? I do think we will eventually get VR, but I think Microsoft is actually smart in not focusing on it now and just waiting. And then when it is to the point where where it's more than just an experience, not that the experience is amazing. I love it. I almost bought a Quest over Christmas. The reason I didn't is because there's a new one coming out this year. I'm just going to wait and get the newest one. But, I think it's smart to wait, let someone else do it, and then you just tap it into your Xbox.
Well, I think that's the best way for Microsoft to do it. So I had the first PlayStation VR.
Yes.
And we played it a lot, and I did have some enjoyment out of it, but there wasn't, and we always talk about this, there wasn't that game that got me. We had was it the Oculus? All of us had the Oculus, remember?
Yeah.
Was the Oculus. And one game that actually did jump out to me was Beat Saber. That one actually was really fun.
Oh, yeah, Beat Saber is
playing
legit.
Beat Saber. But I don't know. I think you're right, David. I think what Microsoft should do with it, I think basically they should partner with someone and allow the Xbox to connect to VR devices like, whichever ones are out there. But I don't know. I think you're right. I think it's still an early technology.
Reviews for the PSVR 2, though, really high.
Yeah.
Really high right now. Spicy, thoughts, VR?
Popular genres are not VR games right now. As soon as that switches, then it'll get a lot better.
Yeah.
Like racing games are...
Natural fit,
sim, fighter games.
Flight simulator.
Yeah. Oh, Flight Simulator would be fun.
Space simulator games. So anything with a cockpit.
Anything where you get to sit down.
Yeah. Those, I think, are the perfect scenario for VR games. Or being in a game where you're standing still, like Beat Saber. But the masses are not playing those games. Like, people are playing shooters. I don't think shooters are at all, especially competitive shooters, VR ready at all. And I think that's probably why Microsoft is not diving in, because the masses aren't necessarily wanting that.
You know what one of these developers need to do? Huh. I'm going to say, you're all going to laugh because you're going to think it's because of the show and stuff, but no, I'm serious. I think they need to make a VR MMO. And I'm not saying that because of Sword Art Online, but I think that will show and bring in a big group of people. Like if PlayStation VR makes a quality, obviously it has to be quality. We're not just talking about like a crapshoot here.
Yeah.
A quality VR MMO.
Why? Why an MMO?
Because an MMO, I think, can lend itself well. I mean, you can put yourself.
I don't think so.
I think it can.
I think because any game right now where you have to walk around, I don't think works for VR.
Well, you can use the controller, just be in the first person. I think you can do it.
It's
the same with a cockpit game. Well, I mean, I guess you're sitting down, but I think you can do it.
I think that's the reason I say that is because I feel like VR is, I don't know if it's the frame rate or whatever it is, but you feel fine standing there. You'll feel fine sitting there. But as soon as you start walking around, that's when you start to get.
But I'm not saying you have to walk around in the VR.
How in an MMO?
No. So I see what you're saying. So you can be playing in 2D like on a TV.
Your
VR.
You're in the VR because they do this with games already. Like for example, Resident Evil is a good example. You're in first person VR, but you use the controller for all your controls.
Yeah, but okay.
But you can just like look around.
No. So I think what what Spicy is saying is that in those games it makes you motion sickness.
Correct.
Oh, even while you're sitting down.
Yeah.
When you're sitting down and then in VR walking, that messes with your inner ear. That messes.
No, I get that. Well, if they can fix that.
Maybe an MMO racing game.
Maybe they can get a pill, like when you go on a cruise, you know?
Pill.
Like the blue pill.
Yeah.
The red pill. Well, Morpheus gives you a choose.
Yeah. You know, like when you go on the cruise, you take like the seasickness pill. Yeah. You're good.
That's funny. Are you on any medication? Yeah, I play VR. Yeah. I take medication every day. I'm a gamer in VR.
And let's come on. How awesome would it be if we? And I'm not just saying this because of Sword Art Online, but wouldn't it be pretty awesome having like let's even take like a World of Warcraft quality MMO, but in VR. You know what I mean? And I say that because World of Warcraft is actually doing really well right now with the
But here's the thing. So to Fitzy's point, the Connect was great. They need to perfect that Hollow Room thing, which they've completely closed down. But that was just concept. The
HoloLens. I think they're still working on it.
HoloLens, for those of you who don't know, was AR. So
augmented reality.
Augmented reality. So like the example they always used was Minecraft coming out of the table, your world, and then you're playing it on your table. I actually think that is more interesting. VR is a trip, no doubt. It's crazy cool. But I think there's a lot of devices and a lot of things that need to be created before we're there with VR. Mm-hmm. I think an AR experience, if that technology does exist, which it probably doesn't, that's why they shut down HoloLens. But
did they shut it down though? I thought they were just working on it.
It's part of the 10,000 layoffs that they did. Yeah. That I think is plug and play for third person, for top down. Like, could you imagine StarCraft in that mode? That's cool.
Like on a table, augmented.
Yeah.
Well, what about in VR? You're playing StarCraft instead of using your mouse. You're just using your hands. I don't know. I guess that wouldn't really work. It'd have to be an augmented.
Yeah. No, imagine Diablo on a 3D table that pops out.
The problem.
Imagine your APM when you can use your real hands.
Is every single game I have played feels gimmicky.
No, yeah, and there's. I think
Beat Saber is fun.
Yeah.
After a week, you're like, okay, what else is there?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, I'll go play on my Xbox.
I think the best game on VR right now is the Resident Evil games. I think they do it very well. But like you said, I will admit there is that sickness that a lot of people get. Even I feel like I can handle it pretty well, but after a while, even the
wide POV you get with VR, even in Resident Evil, I'm not a fan of like the distorted fisheye look because and that's VR because you have to have the whole.
Well, and the last time, I haven't used any current VR, so that might be a little bit better, like the resolution and stuff.
Technically, the problem is our eyes we run around. I think like a 44 millimeter if we're talking cameras. I think it's like 40 to 44. That's why 50 millimeter like in film looks so good to our eyes is because it actually is similar to what we see. Mm-hmm. The problem is with VR you have to go wide so you can encompass where you're looking, and at a technical level, that is weird to constantly have to look at a 20 or less millimeter viewpoint. You know, it's like a super wide degree angle.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think that it's way far away from A, becoming mainstream, B, becoming, price-wise feasible for many people to get.
I mean, the thing is, like, sorry, go ahead.
C, the only games that work are going to be games that are niche.
Or Sword Art Online type game.
Well, see, as soon as I will give you, as soon as they can put us into comas and then we can dream our gaming, then I will be definitely getting involved.
I just want a high quality MMO in VR. I think that would be cool.
Well, but the thing is, though, the incentive is there to try to figure out, because if you are the game developer,
if you're the Fortnite of VR,
if you figure out a game that can go mainstream on VR, wow.
Well, and I'm not saying, like, racing games are fantastic. Pilot games.
Yeah, Flight Simulator would be really
Space sim games, right? Those are awesome. But those, I mean,
those are already niche games to begin with.
There are, yeah, exactly.
Well, I guess not racing games, but like if you take like Elite Dangerous, which I believe is on VR, which is very good on VR.
Yeah. Elite Dangerous can suck it.
That's right. Yeah, David got mad at the Planet update.
What?
He's not happy with the Planet.
They no longer support console.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, they probably weren't making money, David. Can you blame them?
Yeah.
It's a niche game. It's a very niche game.
Yeah, I can blame them.
He is.
I'm blaming them right now.
Anyways, I don't see in the foreseeable future VR overcoming those obstacles, because many of those obstacles are not hardware limited, even though they still have hardware issues to overcome. It's more than that, in my opinion. Yeah. But I will be honest, as soon as they can put me in a coma and I can play games,
you're there.
I will be nonstop gaming.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if they get to that point, then yes, the technology has made.
Well, but VR I think has already improved. So
I think so.
You used to have to be tied to a PC, like the Quest 2. You don't, and then the new high end ones that are coming out this year, or higher end ones.
I actually think
it's going to be very interesting. The key is to what Spicy said, is what's going to be the big game that. What's the Halo for VR?
I also think that's another consideration is price point. The PSVR is a more standard price point, I guess.
Well,
but
how much is it? $199?
How are you going to get to the masses at a let's $800 to $1,000 price range? I mean, you're not.
Yeah.
Why are consoles so appealing? Because you're getting a high quality PC at a great price point.
Yeah. Yeah,
why is the S so popular? Because it's a great price.
Yeah, but that's with any new. But that's with any new technology. Like TVs used to be super expensive. Now everyone's big screen TVs. Yeah, exactly. Now everybody's got a.
But why does everybody got them? Because price point.
Well, yeah, but the price point exists is because they continue to.
What David's saying is eventually it'll be cheaper.
Yeah,
that's what he's saying.
Because what is the new Oculus Quest coming out at? I guarantee nothing less than $800.
I don't know. Let me see.
I would venture to say $999, as in 100. Not $9.
Not a 9.99, a 999.99.
Yeah, it's the 3.
Because you're also paying for the wireless.
So the two is $299. It's based on like data size. So this is speculation.
Wait, hold on. You said the 2 is only $300?
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually not bad.
That's what I thought they were much more expensive. Why I almost got it. No, it's standalone, but it's based on size.
I recant my previous statement.
Everything's based on size nowadays.
So the MetaQuest 3 suspected price point is $399.
Okay, suspected. Sorry, I was completely wrong. I thought they were still incredibly expensive.
I mean,
just goes to show you how much I know about VR.
$399 for a. I don't want to say it.
Well,
I was going to say for a fun party gimmicky thing that you can pull out every couple of weeks.
Well, it's not like it's like
it's not very. You have to have disposable.
If you let's compare it to the Series S, right? If you compare the $399 to the Series S, or that $399 and then compare it to the Series S, you are getting more games on the Series S, right? Because Quest only has its games that are there.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, there can be third-party games. It's just whoever they make deals with, but.
Yeah.
Well, I will admit, okay, price point. All right, we've nailed that.
The Quest 2 is at $120.
I don't think that price point's good for what
it's better, because remember when VR first came out? Because I'm thinking of those price points. I thought they were still plus $800, you know?
Yeah. So Fitzy in chat has a really good question right now. Is Jordan wearing a scarf or a tie that isn't pulled tight or something? It's a hoodie.
It's a hoodie. It's just a different color.
And then I think the way I'm like lined up.
Oh, with the yellow?
Yeah, with
funny.
everything.
We needed to answer that. Thanks, Fitzy.
That's funny. Thunder is quiet and Forever Ninja. Thank you very much. Thunder is quiet. Actually, let me know if you end up getting a PSVR 2, what you think of it once your review is there. But thank you very much for those questions. Yeah.
So if you like it, I don't mean to be like negative towards VR.
He does. He hates you.
No, I don't hate you at all. I just think that, I've said my opinion, but I don't think it's there on the hardware level, at the price level, and at the current genres that work well with it level. And I think
that means the price has gotten better.
The price has gotten better. The hardware has gotten better. But I don't think for a very, very, very long time, I don't even think in my lifetime, that you're going to have games outside of racing, outside of Sims, that are going to be better to play on a VR than on a console. Or
how do you do it without? Because there is a good majority of people that do get sick playing VR.
Well, that's the thing.
Because so how do you fix that?
Not even you
it's
up frame rates.
You up the refresh rate,
yeah.
Which they already have. The Quest standalone, the Quest 2 is 120.
It's just.
And I think that was the big problem before. It wasn't.
It's just the frame rate wasn't high enough.
The genres aren't. Unless they come out with another genre that is like the VR genre, like the actual VR genre, there's just better places to play your games, in my opinion. That's just, Sorry, I keep pounding the table. Sorry,
but he's passionate.
I'm passionate about this, you know.
I think we will get there, and I think we'll get there pretty quickly. But the big question is, I will say 10 years.
You think 10 years?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that would put us in 2033.
Very good math, Jordan.
What is the first game that has mass appeal? That's the question.
You
gotta realize
Beat Saber did
a VR MMO.
I mean, a lot of people bought VR for Beat Saber.
Yeah, no, Beat Saber
is fun.
It's just outside of very specific niche games, I don't see it working when at its current state. Yeah.
You know what you could do? And this never mind. I don't know.
Well,
I'm not even going to go there.
Okay, well, good. The filter kicked in. Thank you. We can still keep this a family show, Jordan. Thank you.
Harry Potter. Further in that game. Spicy's not. Spicy lended his Xbox out to. You're a very nice man.
Why would you do that? What is wrong?
We don't
with
have
you?
to talk about it.
It's like giving It's like at the gas station when you give a homeless man money instead of buy them food, and then they go in and buy beer. It's like, what are you thinking, man? Of course, that's what was going to happen.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't played Hogwarts yet because
you're nice. He gave it to someone to play who really wanted to play it.
Would have never done that myself.
You didn't realize. You forgot that the home Xbox situation is messing you up.
Yeah, I thought that I would still be able to play it. So don't think that I'm as unselfish as I am. I was planning on playing it.
Go get it back.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
The person who's
I'm just teasing.
The person who's playing it is not a gamer, but they're a very big Harry Potter fan. Yeah. And they wanted to play.
Hey, I get it. I'm having a blast.
So I set up. I gave him my home Xbox to play, and now for some reason I can't play it without kicking him off, and I don't want to do that. I see. I'm like scratching my arms, rubbing my gums. How's Harry Potter, guys? How is it?
It's good.
Yeah, I know.
It's good. So flying, I think, is a blast to do. It's a little janky, but you want to know what I love doing? Landing. Like. I'm not even joking.
Hey,
when you time it and you
I just thought of the perfect mainstream VR game.
Yeah,
Quidditch.
That would be great.
Maybe. Quidditch on VR would be amazing.
Wait,
you're in.
Wait, I don't think Quidditch is mainstream though.
It will be if it's on VR.
If it's on VR and it's good, you will buy. If it's good, David, you will buy.
When you're the seeker, you can actually, because you have the glove, the thing, you can actually reach your hand out to grab the
Imagine,
snitch.
David.
Okay, that'd be cool.
Imagine
throw the quaffle,
like the Blizzard Arena in LA, where they're where they play Overwatch, but you have 5 guys or gals in gear, and they're going like this, but on the screen, you have all different positions. Oh yeah.
And you know, if Nintendo gets a hold of it, they're gonna make like an accessory broom that you can actually sit on.
No, imagine.
Yeah, that would come on.
Imagine like an actual team with positions virtually in a VR game. I can see that actually.
You know, cool. Nintendo's gonna make like a cardboard box Labo.
A Labo.
That was the most ingenious product. That was
cool.
so funny when they released that.
Now let me tell you though, landing. There's just something in when I come down on my broom slowly, like this at this angle, and then I tap B at the right time, and I just pop off. I will land just for that feeling.
I 100% understand. Same feeling when you're playing as Maverick in Flight Simulator.
It's that same
and
feeling.
You're hitting that aircraft carrier, which by the way is a lot harder than you think. Everybody, it is not easy to land on a boat, and you're coming down, and you touch down perfect. Same with the broom.
Do you know what I still haven't been able to accomplish yet on that? You know how they have the Mach 9? Is that what it is?
In Flight Simulator?
In Flight Simulator. Have you tried that?
It's probably really fast.
No, I know it's really fast, but it's like it's the mission where you do what Maverick did at the beginning of the movie, where you have to take the plane. They actually make you do it. Like, you can't just press the go. You have to work on your elevation, and you have to dive at certain points, and you have to climb and dive. You don't realize they didn't show it in the movie how difficult it was to actually get to Mach 10, because Maverick is a genius when he flies. I've tried that mission
I did
so many times.
The aircraft mission, and then the one where you fly through the mountains.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Death Star
mission. That one basically. Yeah.
No, go try to do the Mach 9 with the plane that you get. I can't do it.
It's hard.
I just can't do it.
I'm gonna try it.
David, you should try it.
Have you gotten your hippogriff yet?
You seem like you're really good at broom flying, so you might be able to go Mach 9.
Yeah, I probably could. I'm a natural.
Hippogriff is fun.
A natural pilot.
When you unlock that.
Hey, what houses are you guys?
I got put in a Hufflepuff, and I said nope, and I went to Gryffindor.
Yeah, so
because you can switch it.
I got put into Gryffindor, but I didn't know the answers. But if you know like what the houses are, you can be like, oh, okay, that's a Gryffindor answer.
I got put into Ravenclaw when in my initial.
Yeah, Ravenclaw. That's the it's the nerd house. Like, you're really smart. That's Ravenclaw.
You know what? Story checks out.
Yeah. So Ravenclaws are smart. Gryffindors are brave. Slytherins are just dope,
adventurous.
They're edgy.
Wait, so what do you think the percentages are like across? The board?
I bet you Gryffindor is. At least 75%.
My wife said she was like, I'm going to go Slytherin, because she was like, I know me, I'm probably a Slytherin. No.
Beast in chat says, I said David would be a Hufflepuff. I'm a Ravenclaw.
Hey, he called it. Yes.
He got it. I do want to shout out Cooper, 31 months at membership.
All right.
Thank you very much. He says, what's up, bros? What's up, Cooper? Welcome to the show.
Yeah, I knew the answers to which house it would give me. So I don't know if it's because anyway, but so I got put in Gryffindor, but I kind of manipulated the answers to be put in Gryffindor.
Captain Obvious got Slytherin. So here's the thing. I think actually I'm realizing this in playing through this game. Slytherin, we have this perception of Slytherin because Slytherin was closely tied to Voldemort.
That was not a witch or a wizard that came out of Slytherin that wasn't bad. That's what Ron says. Little Harry Potter lore for you.
Thank you for that. But I'm realizing since this predates that, Slytherin in this world doesn't have that.
Well, no, it doesn't. Yeah, but it's Salazar Slytherin.
Yeah, but it doesn't have that.
Slytherin's just misunderstood.
It doesn't have that. What's the word I'm looking for? It doesn't have that stigma.
Well, no, it does. Salazar Slytherin.
All my friends are Slytherin in this game.
Yeah, but Salazar Slytherin still wanted like pure bloods only. Like that was his thing. That's that was like the rift between him and the other, like Godric, because him and Godric Gryffindor were good friends, and then a whole bunch of stuff.
Okay.
You know what it is? Slytherins are winners.
They do.
They want the most magic in the blood. They want to win everything. I would say that Steve Jobs would have been Slytherin.
You're probably right.
Slytherin are winners. Charlie Sheen. He's definitely a Slytherin.
No, but
actually,
it's just, it's really interesting. It is cool. It's a lot of fun. There's once once you get into once you unlock the room of requirements, is badass.
It's actually it's kind of
player housing
basically, but then it's really cool because you would like it, Mark, because that's where you can do your crafting. You can set up your potions table and stuff.
It's awesome.
It's really. And then when you do your hippogriff, you unlock a beast section, which is really cool. Or not your hippogriff, sorry,
Griffin.
You'll unlock a beast section, and then you'll go and get your hippogriff inside anyway.
Yeah, Gryffindors are fighters, right?
They're courageous
paladins.
Basically, yeah. A Gryffindor would be a paladin. Yeah,
they're righteous warriors,
honorable. They're paladins. Yeah, Ravenclaws are like super smart.
The nerds.
Right? Yeah. Slytherin is
winners.
Yeah, and Hufflepuff. Actually, Helga Hufflepuff. She accepted pretty much anybody into her class because she believed that the magic teaching should be for everyone. Whereas
they probably lose more Quidditch games than anyone else.
Yeah, they probably do.
They're not worried about the talent cap.
No, because I forget where it was, but I don't know if it was a YouTube video or something I read, but I read about the 4 houses, like, and where they came from, and the 3 houses, Slytherin, Ravenclaw, and Gryffindor, like, they picked tributes because they were the original Sorting Hat before they all got together and were like, hey, let's just make a Sorting Hat,
T-Bucks in chat. I'll take the rest. Quoted by Helga Hufflepuff.
But no, Helga Hufflepuff, no, she does. She gets a lot of credit because she believed, from what I understand, that magic was for everybody, and that if the other houses didn't accept them, she would bring them into her house because she believed that they still deserved to learn.
Think Helga was hot?
I don't know.
Can you be hot if your name is Helga? Actually, yes, you could.
I would say Helga has a substantial bosom. With a name like that.
I would say you're probably correct. Probably correct.
Yeah, that's okay. Fitzy might be right. He might have nailed it on the head here. Gryffindor are paladins. Slytherin are assassins. Ravenclaws are sorcerers. Hugglepuff is the healer that doesn't know how to heal.
T-Box says confirmed. He says Helga Hufflepuff confirmed. Not hot.
Yeah, what do you do?
Let's talk about a news story before we get out of here. Actually, before the news story, I did finish, everybody. I finished Hi-Fi Rush this week.
All right.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you. Woo. It's very good. The last boss fight, super cool. That's a great game. Highly recommend everyone's got to play it and check it out. It's a good experience. About 10 hours. Not bad. And then once you beat it, there's other stuff to unlock, but super cool. I really hope they're going to do it. Now, with the success of it, you're going to do a sequel. And they set it up for a sequel. So, the Activision Blizzard deal, still drama. So, the British agency over it, CMA, I believe it is. I don't know. That's the nickname. Hasn't released the full details yet, but what did get released was the opposition. So there are
their argument,
3 companies who say that it would be bad for competition. No shit. Competition against you. Of course it would be. There are 2 that say no problem at all. And there's 1 that says, meh.
They're just like, we do our own thing.
It's too,
I bet you that's Rockstar.
It's too early to know. It's too early to tell whether or not this would be bad for gaming.
One of the 3 is obviously Sony.
It's going to go through. I've said it before. I'll say it again. A company that size doesn't do this unless they know it's going to go through.
See, and this is what I really don't get. What if the UK denies it, but America passes it?
Yeah, I don't think.
I don't know how.
I don't think it matters.
How does the world work? Like, it's an American company, right? Yes, they're a worldwide company, but I don't get it. Like, what if the entire world except like one country denies? You know what I mean? Like how does that work?
Yeah, it has been interesting to see.
Someone knows the answer.
Yeah,
to
does
that,
anybody know the answer to that? Like how?
It's a good.
I really want to know the answer. Like
that is good question.
I'm being serious. How does that work?
Like, at what point does America say who cares?
Well, but that's my
point.
If the U.S. is one of your highest spend audiences, the UK would be number 2.
Yeah, of course.
Then those are the 2 that match. That's why it's the big deal.
Yeah, but I still would like
to
know what would happen.
Like camera equipment. EU licensing and laws have screwed up camcorders and camera equipment like you couldn't imagine, because they need to make things their way.
Yeah, but the
and so to just it's easier for businesses to just conform and say, okay,
yeah, rather than make separate ones, just make one standard.
Yeah, it's why we have 50 hertz.
And guess
on
who
our
gets
TVs.
hurt? Guess who gets hurt?
Americans.
No, not Americans too, but people that want good cameras. Like, it's so stupid.
Americans.
Americans are definitely in that circle, Jordan. You're right. But because of that legislation, it's really stupid. So, at what point do you go, screw EU?
Yeah, well, that's not the EU though. I think the EU passed.
But okay, screw legislation from governments that have no. Like that are I don't want to use the word weaker, but like.
Well, yeah, and this is different because it's the acquisition of a business. Well, your business, yeah. If your business ultimately, it probably only matters where your business is headquartered.
Yeah, so in a very crude way and very uneducated way, that's what I was trying to get at. At what point do you not worry about anything outside of the UK and U.S. jurisdiction? You know what I mean?
So Cooper says he believes it needs to be approved in major markets to go through, but that's what I don't get. If America approves it, technically within these borders, hasn't the sale gone through? You know what I mean? Like, it's very confusing.
I don't know. It's all confusing. That's why I don't talk about it.
Because we're stupid. I wonder if there's like any. What would be the specialization?
Maybe Beast knows. Maybe I got to have a sit down with Beast and talk to him about.
He's smart.
How
we can always count on Beast.
You buy international.
Free Americans and their cameras. That's right. Thank you, Chad.
Well,
Free Americans and their cameras.
That's why, like, we have, for example, when you buy a TV here in America, you have 50 hertz that you'll never ever use.
Because but actually, to be fair, 50 hertz was actually really smart. It's the problem is America did things first, and then. I mean, that's the internet, too. When the internet was first rolled out, you have ancient equipment. Even trains. America's trains suck because we were one of the first ones to do it. And then when you come like 40 years later, you have all the benefit of the better technology. But like TVs have 50 hertz, because of the Europeans, I guess. Yeah, but 50 hertz is fine. 25 FPS, 50 FPS.
Why not just go 60? You know what I mean?
Because it's easier on the bandwidth. Like, they were... Basically, it came later, and they're like, we don't need those extra 5 frames.
Not purists.
And, I mean, would you know what's super interesting? There's a whole discussion on this, but 30 frames generally is not actually 30 frames. It's 29.7.
Yeah, it's 29.7. Same with 60. It's 59 point.
They did that to add audio. And it's so, there were some really smart people that were like, like every technology that America made, we had to put Band-Aids on it. Like
later.
Yeah. Anyways, and 50 hertz was just, I think it's good, but
60's better.
But now you have like, 23,997, 2430, 29,897, and then you have
140,
25,
120.
Yeah, there's all screwed up stuff. The problem is technology rolls out in different waves.
Yeah.
It used to.
They should let me be in charge of it. Just make a standard for everybody.
If I can see you being in charge of things like you run your City Skylines games.
Oh, there would be.
There would definitely. You would be.
There
Slytherin.
would be some yes and no answers.
You would be a winner.
Yeah, I would be a winner.
Wild Hearts dropped this week. It's EA's attempt at a Monster Hunter game.
Yes, I have not played it yet because I'm addicted to Harry Potter right now.
Yeah.
But it's on my list.
Can we bring up a is there gameplay?
What are we looking at?
It's Wild Hearts. It's It's EA's take on Monster Hunter. I'm gonna say it. As long as their tutorial's good, I'm in.
You're so stupid. Oh man. I'm gonna look for this. Is this it right here?
Yeah, there it is.
Okay, let's pull this up for everyone. It looks the exact same.
It looks just like.
It looks like there's a huge tutorial.
Yeah, you might not like it.
Yeah, that's a lot of typing.
We're 16 minutes in and they're still on the character
on the character creation. I'm out. I don't have time for this. I don't have time for this shit. I want to see a fight though.
It looks
exactly
like
it is.
Monster
People are saying like Monster Hunter like it's Monster Hunter, right? Like obviously they have their own little flair on it with their mechanics, but it's Monster Hunter.
Yeah, see, the Chosen Grain goes with me. He says I'm the same way. Any text box that's more than a sentence, I skip. You get out of here with your text. Just talk to me. Just talk to me, baby.
Yeah, I do like voice acting.
Voice acting is very underrated.
Yeah, well, it's actually what frustrates me about the Pokemon games.
Like, what frustrates me about Disney Dreamlight Valley.
Okay, they're in the same boat too. Pokemon is literally the.
Are you talking about the most badass game of 2022?
Pokemon?
No,
yeah, Dreamlight Valley.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the reason it doesn't take that crown is because there's no voice chat.
Voice acting,
and that's the same.
And your whole company is based on voice acting, expert voice acting.
Yeah, well, that's the same with so Pokemon. I think we've talked about this before, but it's literally the most profitable franchise in the world, like by far. It destroys Mickey Mouse. Yeah. And I think Mickey Mouse is 3 behind like Hello Kitty.
Sure,
they can't put voice acting in their games.
Like maybe that's why though. Maybe we don't like it because we're impatient, but maybe there's like an immersion aspect.
You're telling me that the younger generation is going to read?
But no, maybe this is their first introduction to reading. You think those bastards read books?
I know they don't read books.
No, they don't read books.
I don't think they know what a book is.
They read Pokemon.
They read Pokemon. Yeah. No.
Cereal boxes.
Voice acting. Top notch. Voice acting's I like voice acting.
Yeah, me too.
I actually get frustrated in Warcraft when I have to.
I actually like combining them in video
when
games.
I want to learn the lore, I got to read the quest.
I don't like subtitles in movies or shows because I find it distracting, but in video games, I enjoy it.
That is interesting.
Why?
I don't know. I'm an anomaly.
An anomaly.
I'm an enigma.
Huh. Yeah.
You are. Yeah.
Wait, so you're telling me you like to read in video games?
Only if there's voice acting.
So it's
I like to follow along. I like to follow along while someone's reading to me.
It's like a bedtime story.
I actually can appreciate that. Yeah. I've actually had to. My kid started screaming like for fun, and I really appreciate the captions now while you watch TV. Yeah. Because my kid thinks it's hilarious to scream at the top of his lungs. He thinks it's awesome. He's discovered his voice. So I can't watch TV anymore unless I have the captions on.
That is funny.
But going back to Wild Hearts, if you're a Monster Hunter fan, like I'm this is my next game after Hogwarts Legacy.
I can see that. Yeah, that looks cool. Look at the flower rat.
What did you just call me?
That's a flower rat.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thank you very much for tuning in. Another fantastic week. We're excited to be here. We love hanging out with you guys each and every single week.
I learned that the pricing of VR came down.
Yeah. So
a lot.
Thank you. Don't forget to
get it now.
I am actually thinking about it now.
Yeah, that's why I almost got the Quest 2. Because knowing that the next Quest, and it's probably going to be substantially better as far as hardware is concerned.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for the next Quest.
Because I'll be honest, I don't like actively research VR. The only thing I know about VR is what I've experienced with PlayStation VR and then the Oculus that we had.
So you're ignorant.
What is that? What?
Ignorant.
Ignorant? I was ignorant. Like, what are you? Like, I thought that was something.
You're a flower rat.
I thought you were
You're
like
a flower rat.
I've been playing
You're a flower rat.
I've been playing and rereading Harry Potter a lot, so I thought like you called me the equivalent of like a squib.
Squib.
I was like, what? What did you call me?
A squib.
Yeah.
You were offended. Anyway, I could tell.
Yeah. I thought he basically just called me a squib. I was like, what? Anyway.
How dare you, David?
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So that was nice learning that.
Yeah.
I might buy one after the show.
Let's do it. All right, everybody.
Actually, hold on. I do have to correct myself. I'm pretty sure it wasn't audio, but it was like adding color to TV. I think why they had to like make the frames 2997.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's really interesting though. They were limited on bandwidth, and they figured out a way to do it by removing like one frame out of 1,000. It's pretty cool.
That is cool.
Smart people.
Smart guys.
I knew it was something. I just don't want somebody on the internet to go, well, actually.
Oh, they already have. They didn't watch this part.
They actually didn't listen till the end.
Yeah,
they've already posted and hit enter on the video.
They've not listened.
Damn it. Dang it.
Have a good one, everybody. We'll see you next week. Enjoy your 3-day weekend for some of you. It's President's Day on Monday. Enjoy yourselves. I have nothing to say. I'm just going to sit here awkwardly until this counts down. We've got 16 seconds, everybody.
David, how good are you at landing your Nimbus 2000?
So good. Smooth.
I don't think the Nimbus 2000 was butter.
Yeah, the Nimbus company
I
does not exist.
I have the night broom right now.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's all black, baby.